stay tuned, guys. Let me know if you guys have any questions. So again, it's your boy Cobe Rising. Coming for you, coming for you.
Everyone know we the realest, a bunch of go-getters. I bet you can tell I'm the illest. You don't need your fingers to feel it. You know I can straight spit, knock you out with a lady hit. Feel like I'm the one like I'm Neil, but this is the real life, not the Matrix. I'm about to go ape shit. Ain't no gotta roll out. I know gotta roll out, yeah.
What's going on, man? It's your boy Cobe Rising Rise. We back at it again with a banger. Listen, man, we have crazy topics for y'all, man. Y'all see the title. Why don't black people work out? Now, that's some black folks. That's a black person statement. Why don't black people work out? No, for real. Y'all not gonna like me on this one. I personally don't even care because I want y'all to learn something from it. Before you take offense, just listen to it all the way through, understand my points, and if you guys have any disagreements, please call in for the smoke. Please call in for the smoke because we bout it. You dig? So we're going to finish up the introduction, and we're going to get back to it. So stay tuned and enjoy the show. What's going on? Staying loyal. What's popping? What's going on with you? Man, listen, y'all. We have one heck of a show coming for y'all, man. Why don't black people work out, man? So if you guys have any type of idea of what this means, put a comment in the section. Why don't you think black people work out nowadays, man? This is crazy. And if y'all didn't see the background, we're going to cover over this, man. Have y'all heard 500-pound rapper is on stage with an oxygen tank? Bro, what? And then gonna tell people to get up when he's sitting on the couch. Man, this is crazy. This is wild. Listen, we have a lot to talk about, man. But, first and foremost, we have got to shout out Queen City Organics. Make sure you guys get the CMOS at Rise and Rise Academy on Facebook. Make sure you guys hit me on IG at King Alajuwan 21. You dig? We're gonna have so much more coming for you guys, man. And yes, the CMOS is in the stores. A&S Health Food Store at TGK, South Carolina. Go get it. What's going on, Jay? Man, listen, we got a crazy topic, bro. Why don't black people work out, man? I know you work out like crazy, man. So let me know what you think, man. Why you don't think black people work out? Get your CMOS, though, man. Go to A&S Health Food Store, TGK, South Carolina, and get your CMOS. It's live and direct. You dig what I'm saying? Yes, shout out to True High Clarity. It's how you want to live your life. True, high, and with clarity. The website is truehighclarity.com. The hat, we looking good. You dig what I'm saying? If you want to look fresh like your boy, make sure you guys go to True High Clarity. man. How y'all feeling, man? How y'all feeling? Make sure you guys hit a like in the comment section. Make sure you guys are sharing this out to at least 3 people. You dig? In a real way. So, man, let's get this popping, man. I just want to show you guys this video. Shout out to my man Jabari in the building, man. I know he watching this, dog, bro. Man, why are these people doing me like this? I don't get it, man. I don't understand. I don't understand. So I'm gonna show you guys just a real quick video. If you guys don't know, there is a Chicago rapper by the name of Dave Bluntz. He's performing at Juice World Day, and he's a Chicago rapper, right? And he's 500 pounds. So, but he's rapping, and it's just so mind-boggling to me because this grows deep, and this is why I think black people don't work out. A lot of it has to do with our mentality. But the majority of it, in my opinion, but I believe it comes from the culture. I think our culture is the reason why we do not work out. A lot of us shun working out. Shout out to my dog Preston, man. What's going on in the building, man? How you been, bro? It's been a minute, fam. You know we got to get that workout in. Listen, it's really in our it's in our culture. A lot of us look down on working out. Think about this. Y'all ever heard of like people you see in the gym or whatever? And how many black people you know that say they ain't gonna work out because they don't want to sweat their edges out? They don't want to sweat they just brand new hairdo out. And this is like it's getting to the point now we gonna have to call out this bull. We gotta call this BS. But first, we gonna get on us real quick. Black man, come on. We gotta do better. We shouldn't be 500 pounds on any level, but we shouldn't even be condoning being this big at all. And then we use the culture to make it seem like it's okay. Just watch the video, man, and let me know what y'all think. Am I tripping? Am I off? I mean, tell me what's going on. Because the way it's looking over here, it's looking crazy over here. So watch this just real quick. Watch this, man. If y'all on YouTube, check this out.
Chicago, do y'all have a problem with me sitting down on this stage? Exactly. Get the fuck off my dick, Snoop.
Excuse the language, by the way. It's getting crazy. Now listen, this is something we're gonna have to break down. First of all, he said, do y'all have a problem with me being on stage? Why did everybody say no? That's a strike. You know darn well it's a problem. If you 500 pounds, you can't even stand up, but you trying to rap. Come on. Second shift going to 10:30. Hey, man, I feel you, big dog. Shout out to Charmaine in the building. What's going on? Hey, man, you got to get that work in, bro. I understand that. I already know you be finding time to get it in, but we definitely going to get it in, bro, for sure. Man, bro, you should not be 500 pounds doing anything. They should have been calling this man. I'm telling them, yes, it's a problem. Go to the hospital. What you doing up here rapping? You in an oxygen tank, my boy. You are in an oxygen tank. And then he's calling out Snoop Dogg because Snoop Dogg called him fat. I'm gonna be honest with you. Shout out to my man Snoop Dogg in the building, man. I've got to give him his props. You got to give him his props because he's calling out the BS that's going on because you shouldn't be 500 pounds and trying to rap. You can barely breathe just standing there, let alone rapping. I mean, it's getting out of hand, man. I have no idea who this dude is, by the way. I don't know who Dave Bluntz is. I barely even keep up with a lot of these Chicago rappers. You know, shout out to like Kanye West and all them and Common and all them. Like, I understand, but these new age rappers, I don't know much about. But listen, I think this goes beyond just the Chicago rappers. I think this goes into just the culture in general. We should not be using rap to condone BS. You should not be. You are extremely obese to the point where you need help. We need fitness in our lifestyle. We need fitness in our lifestyle. But here's the question that you got to raise. Does physical fitness, is it really uncommon in what race you are? And I've got to say, based on the numbers, if you black, more than likely you're probably not as physically active as you think. In general, in America, black people, we not that active. We just not that active. And I'm gonna give y'all some numbers to back up what I'm saying. Here are some stats. Back in January 2020, there's data. Now I'm reading this to you now, so this is not coming from me. This is coming from the CDC. It's coming from the CDC, so not me. Don't get mad at me. 2020 showed the physical inactivity across the country, yes, is high, with state and territory levels that estimates a physical inactivity ranging from 17% to Colorado, which is good. These are good numbers, to 47.7% in Puerto Rico. So what that means is almost half the country is physically inactive in Puerto Rico. Here's some more numbers that really back this up. This is why I say black people, we're not that fit. 5 states, including Puerto Rico, has a physical inactivity prevalence of 30% or higher among non-Hispanic white adults. 22 states and Puerto Rico have a physical inactivity prevalence of 30% or higher in Hispanic adults. But 23 states and the District of Columbia, which is DC, Chocolate City, has a physical inactivity prevalence of 30% or higher in non-Hispanic black adults. This goes to show that we are the least active among race. It's ridiculous. What's going on, Emily? How you doing? I'm telling you guys, it's not coming from me. This is coming from the CDC. And it's mind-boggling. But here's the thing. I want to give you guys some more news about this. So there has been a study in Illinois State, the Illinois State University, how race plays a role in how much someone exercises. Now, here's the thing. This article was written also by a black woman. Here's what she said. Black women don't jog around Lake Michigan and gyms and treadmills. Gyms and treadmills are for skinny white women who eat grapes. This is what she said. Now, granted, even though she's being funny, there is a mindset to this. Like, this is an actual impression of some African Americans that have of exercising. I have got to say, is racial identity a predicator of physical inactivity or activity? I've got to say yes. And based on the article, that's exactly what they're saying. Race has a definite impact on whether, and she's specifically talking about women, will be physically active or not. 252 women of Northwest Indiana have done this research with 70 women in Central Illinois. She found that African American women were less active than white women, leading to a higher incidence of illness, death related to chronic illness. She uses 2 measures of physical activity. She uses the Jackson Heart Study Physical Activity Survey, which measures the moderate and vigorous activity, and the Behavioral Risk Factor Surveillance System, which examines the number of hours engaged in that activity. Shout out to my man D in the building, man. What's going on? What's going on, Jay? How you feeling, bro? Hey, man, I'm sore from that basketball game. You dig? It was crazy. It was crazy. And check this out. So when she chose the topic, this is a dissertation that was written in the University of Illinois in Chicago. And it was crazy because last year she received the research grant to expand the study to African American women in the area and still analyzing the data. Here's what she says. She says, if you say exercise to black women, they have a preconceived notion that you have to join the gym or dress in a certain way and have to be there so many times per week. Her research also looks at how the women view exercise and what would motivate them to become more active. And what she did was she looked at variables known to influence activity, from body mass index and chronic health conditions to social support, environment, self efficiency, or the belief that you can actually do the activity. Now, I'm going to just tell you what all this really means. Long story short, they're looking at who all's doing it. They would look and see, they would exercise if other people are doing it that look like them. Body mass index is another. How many people you know to say, I don't need no scale? That's false. That's a bad mentality to have. Everybody needs to look at the scale in general. In general. I'm gonna give you another example. There's a fitness influencer, right? And I'm gonna shout her out once I find a page. I'm gonna shout her out. But what it is there's a fit lady, mad fit, right? I'm talking about like crazy fit. And the girl is about 6 foot, trains like an athlete, but she's over 200 pounds. And so what a lot of people say is, see, this is why we don't need a scale so you can look this good. No, that is a bad mentality to have for the majority. Some people need a scale, and some people look good at 200 pounds. The average lady will not look good at 200 pounds. It is a bad thing. And I'm just going to sit there and say, you're going to put yourself in cardiovascular risk. You don't want to do it. You want to stay within your BMI range in general. Genetics play a big role. Not everybody's genetics are the same. I don't care what race you are. We can all be black, but I promise you, all of our genetics are completely different. Some of us can gain weight fairly easy. Some of us can't gain weight at all. And vice versa. Some of us can lose weight fairly easily. Some of us can lose weight pretty bad. And it does show. And so I want to show you guys something, because the lady looks great. And I want you guys to big her up and shout her out. So if you guys look at my page, I'm going to just show you real quick. So this is the page. And so what she is she's about 6 foot. She's right at 200 pounds. And of course, everybody's saying you look great, which she does. Granted. Now, I will guarantee that she trains like a straight up triathlon type of athlete. Close enough to it. If she doesn't, more than likely she had the genetics beforehand. Guaranteed. Now, will I say the same thing for every single chick? I cannot say that, because not every single chick has the composition that this particular lady has. And I'm telling you guys, you can't, just because this one person can be 6 foot, 200 pounds, and a girl who's obviously moving fairly well, as you can see, shooting a basketball, dribbling, going at a fast rate. Give me any other average 200-pound chick. She's not doing that. She's not doing that. I will say this. If you're not going to pay attention to weight, you need to be moving fast like this. You need to be active, like super, super active every single day, if that's what you want to do. Because I guarantee you the average overweight BMI is not doing that. I'm going to give you another perspective from a guy's perspective. If you look at NFL football players who weigh a ton, who are clearly way past the BMI level, but are fit. Again, NFL athletes, college athletes, they work out like crazy because they have more muscle than they do fat. Most of y'all don't have that. Most of y'all have around 30% body fat. Most. But when it comes to our black community, we're above that, which is even worse. So what I say is, if you're going to not pay attention to the weight, then you need to make sure that your body fat percentage is in a range around the 20s or less. That's going to be more sustainable for you, so that way you can look solid. You can look solid. Shout out to my man Jabbar in the building, man. What's going on? Shout out to my man Kojak in the building. What's going on, big dog? Yes, I agree. And that's real. But see, most of y'all, let me just show, because the girl work out like crazy. Most of y'all are not working out like she is. I'm telling you now. You need to be fit, okay? You need to be fit. So you have to be able to do a lot of different type of weight workouts. As you can see, she stays active pretty much every day. Pretty much every single day. See, when you're about 6 foot, 200 pounds can look like this if you have the right genetics, if you work out like crazy, as well, have more muscle than you do fat. That's the only time I'll accept you not worrying about the scale. That's the only time. And here's another thing. Y'all saying, oh, well, how do you know she trains like crazy? How do you know? Blah, 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 blah. I guarantee you this chick is super strong. I guarantee you this chick is really, really strong for her size, because most that are that size are not that fit due to the data. So my point is, if you're going to not pay attention to the scale, you got to make sure that you are training like a straight athlete. Go for strength. And I'm talking about have more muscle than you do fat. That way you can get close to this. You can get close to it. I'm not saying you're going to do that. This is a product of hard work on top of genetics. Hard work on top of genetics. Most people or most chicks are not going to look like this. You're going to have to work for it. Guaranteed. Same thing for the guys. Some of us, we're just genetically blessed. Some of us need to work a little bit harder. What's going on, KB? I'm telling you, this is what's wrong with us as far as the mindset goes. And the lady said it best when she talked about it in the article. It's about the mindset. They have a bad mindset when it comes to working out. Back to the article, she said that in her early career as a clinical nurse specialist, she counseled diabetics on how diet and exercise could help them manage their diseases. She recruited them for a walking program, but found out that they would stop exercising when the program ended. Sometimes they'd rather take a pill than exercise. I hear this a lot in our community where they'd rather say, oh, I'm going to get a BBL, or I'm going to take some Ozempic, or whatever the case may be. They'd rather cheat and try to hide it versus actually working for it. They'll try to find a way to make it seem like they are doing the best they can. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. So when guys walk around talking about how thick, like some girls like when a guy says they thick. Now, granted, that's pause, big pause right there. You did, because I don't even care about all this stuff. But the point is, people will find a reason to justify that their out of shapeness is a good thing. And the black culture is bad about it because we accept too much. We accept too much. And personally, it's hurting our community based on the numbers and even from the articles that she said and from the CDC. Here's the thing about this too. Sometimes she said sometimes they'd rather take a pill than exercise, and diabetes doesn't hurt. Hypertension doesn't hurt, but they can kill you. So if you think about it like that, you really have to think about, just because it's not hurting you, what you're not hurting to do is going to hit you back later. Often, they say they have less time to exercise because of families, career, and they may be discouraged by the amount of weight that they need to lose because they're saying they're so busy. Exercise for adults is harder because we're in a routine. We don't see a lot of the benefit because we're in a routine. We don't see the need. And then let's just say you don't lose 30 pounds. You don't lose it overnight. So you know it's going to take a process. So the mindset is it's going to take a long time anyway, so I ain't going to do it. And that's the worst mindset to have, especially in our community when we are behind. We need to play catch up. We were having a conversation and we were talking about how we love to see us in the gym. We love to see black men in the gym. We love to see black women in the gym. And somebody actually made a comment that said that it's funny because they are in, I'm not going to say where the location was. They might be listening to the show, but at their particular gym, it's a lot of white girls that work out, but it's only like 2 black girls that work out. And he said that he would love to see more sisters in the gym. Now, there are a lot of sisters where I work out at the gym at. And so we were having a conversation, and a lot of the girls like, well, I don't know what gym you go to because we all black over here. And I'm like, but it doesn't exclude what he's saying isn't wrong. I know there's a lot that don't work out, and they probably could, but it's based on our mindsets. We need to have a better mindset because we all should be exercising. We should all be exercising. But I have based on the article, her name is Hardy. That's her last name. It's Dr. Hardy. She found that women were stuck on the actual word of exercise. They don't actually like to hear the word exercise. And I've talked to a few people that said, well, I would rather have the body that I want without having to exercise because they don't like the word. They feel like they need to go to a gym and they don't like the gym. I've heard this multiple times. How many people y'all know that actually don't like the gym? I know plenty of people who actually do not like the gym, and they say that. What's going on, Key? What's going on, big dog? What's going on, Roxy? I'm telling you, this was done specifically in the Chicago area, but we can go ahead and say that in mass, I know we see this every day. I see it, and I'm not in Chicago. I know my homeboys, they see it, and they're in different places there. And even like my homegirls, they're in different places. They see it too. So it's not just me, and the article is not just in that area, but even though the study was done in that area, we can include it into the nationwide based on the CDC numbers. She also said just the word exercise was a big thing to our black women. And she said, if you say exercise to a black woman, they have the preconceived notion because, like I said, they rather not work out because they don't want to join the gym. And this is not all. She's saying that some of them have that notion. And what they say is they don't want to consider it as exercise. They're more willing to work out if they don't consider it exercise. That's insane, man. Make sure you guys are commenting sections below if you guys have any questions on this. Like, to me, it's mind-boggling. But at the same time, I understand it because I see it all the time. I see this pretty often. And I would love to try to make it a better experience because I think that the way I like to do it, it's almost like everybody brush their teeth, right? Everybody take a shower, everybody brush their teeth. Why is that? Because we don't want to smell bad. We want to have clean hygiene. Well, we do it unconsciously now. We just do it. Exercise is a similar way. We should exercise because it's just a part of the natural get ready scheme. Everybody should be working out and exercising because it's a requirement for our bodies to last a long time. So we should have that mindset already. I'm going to break it down even further. And I know you guys have heard this. She also says when it comes to the ideal weight, she found that the cultural differences of black people were more accepting of curves, especially in the black culture. For black culture, black dudes, we like our women to be shapely, and the weight is not always the same for the other counterparts, which is like Hispanic and white. It's about how their clothes fit, how they see themselves, and not being obsessed with the scale. And I think this is big because I think we play a big role in that. We always say, man, I want a shorty with a big butt, right? We want a shorty that's super thick. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about turbo thick. And so what that talks or what that communicates to our culture is, oh, I'm going to just eat a bunch of food and give someone what they want. So what if it's thick? I got a little gut, but at least I'm thick. And I'm telling you guys, that's doing more harm than good. We need to have that mindset completely cut. And I think what we should be saying is we like curvy and fit. We want them to be fit for the most part. This is just in general. And what I'm saying is that is a better mindset to have to want to work out more. And the mindset is, and the goal is to want to get our people to work out more. The next thing is food. The food at the social events. Everything is around the kitchen. Very, very harmful to our bodies as far as soul food. So we know black people, we know soul food. We cook everything with these high fats. We cook everything with bacon and pork in it. I mean, all of these things count into our fitness and also counts to exercise. A lot of us look down on exercise. Think about if I go around, I'm eating a clean plate. A lot of us will look down and say, man, I couldn't do that. I need me some pound cake. I need me some fried chicken. I need yada, yada, yada. And all of these things are counterbalancing to y'all's health. It's doing unhealthy things to our health. And we make it okay in our community. That's crazy. Black men like thick. I feel like most men don't care from what I observe. Honestly, I'm gonna tell you like this. I think that's a problem, Charmaine. I'm glad you called it out because I hear it too. I hear everybody talking about, oh yeah, shorty thick, right? And we need to have a mindset to say, listen, we like them thick, but we also want them fit too. Because let's be honest. Let's say if you want to have kids, you want to have it to where your snatchback is good. As long as you got the good snatchback, that's what we care about. You know what I'm saying? We can give and take pregnancy because we know you're gonna gain weight from that. We already accepting of that. But it needs to be, we don't need to say thick and just promote bad health. We don't want to say thick and promote bad health. We want to promote thick but good health. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say we should change it to thick but fit, because that gives a different mindset to say, okay, well, to get that, I'm gonna have to go to the gym versus just saying like I want shorty thick or ass fat. Automatically, what that tells us is, I'm gonna just eat a bunch of food, and as long as the butt big, that's what care. But we don't care about our organs. We don't care about our bone density. We don't care about our heart health. We don't care about our mental health, because when you do get over a certain weight, it will affect your mental health. 100% will affect your mental health. What's going on, D? And what does Ross say? She said, we're going to have some steak breath. We'll brush our teeth. Exactly. See, we got to brush our teeth. So it's what you're saying is, if you don't do it, you'll have a bad outcome. If you don't work out, you'll have a bad outcome. You'll put yourself in a higher risk of heart issues. You'll put yourself in a higher risk of diabetes. You'll put yourself in a higher risk of chronic issues down the line, which kills us actually faster. And that's what we don't want to do, because everything has that equal, if not opposite reaction. So if you don't work out, you put yourself at risk for issues down the line. I'm giving y'all the gems, man. I'm telling y'all, I'm giving y'all the gems. Shout out to Tate says there are two types of thick. Too many people get this mixed up. See, man, I'm telling you, man. I think, and this is why I have to keep saying this, because I think black dudes, like, we need to preference what we mean by thick. When we say thick, we ain't talking about all out crazy. We talking about, we want you nice, Coke bottle shape, you know what I'm saying? Nice curves, but be fit. Notice this part first, and then this, you know what I'm saying? And so it's gotta fit to you. Don't it be like crazy, like BBL crazy, because a lot of us can tell if you got a BBL. Let's be clear about that. We know this. So don't think about it like trying to take a pill just to look a certain way. I'm saying that we should say thick and fit, because the fit part gives you the notion of exercise. So, okay, well, if they like fit, then let's go ahead and exercise to get that. That's going to promote the mentality of, well, let's do everything we can to be fit. And that means scale included, BMI included, curves included. That's proper workouts, weight training, cardio, and eating the right foods. Shout out to President, that man wilding. Hey, man, we wilding tonight, bro. We wilding tonight, but we get into the bag because we really got to talk about it. Black culture, we got to do better. It's messing us up. It's really messing us up. What's going on, Sonya? How you doing? Man, I'm telling you. Overall, y'all, we've got to do better. And I think the article may have been a small trigger point for some people, because when she said it, and I want you guys to look the article up. This is on news.illinoisstate.edu. Does race play a role in how much someone exercises? And she said the answer is yes. She also states that majority of her initial studies, even though they were in the Chicago area, going to the gym meant taking public transportation. Walking in their neighborhoods wasn't always safe. So she decided to stop using the word exercise and instead encourage women just to become active, telling them that yard work, laundry, playing with the kids, and taking the stairs counted. We define fitness by whether you are able to do the things you need to do in the course of the day, is what she said. Now, I'm gonna give some pushback. I agree with the mindset part because everything needs to be around active. There is a video that I'm gonna play for you guys about the big back community and different types. And he goes over the mindsets of it. And I think that it's important because he actually covers some things that she's covering about being active. It's a funny clip, but I want you guys to watch it because you can learn something from it. And I'm gonna shout him out, man. His page is called All Around Fitness. You can follow him on Facebook. Real cool brother, you know what I'm saying? But he breaks it down in a comedic way. But I want you guys to pay attention. So put a thumbs up if you guys can hear it in the comment section. What's going on, Kay? And if you guys are on Instagram, let me know if you can hear it. Put a thumbs up. If you want to see the video, it's really funny. You should probably see the video. Go ahead and click a new tab. Go to my YouTube at Rise and Rise Academy to look at the video. Here we go.
Types of big backs that never lose no weight. One of them might be your ass. I just want to lose this weight. I just want that person. Start off on Monday. By goddamn Thursday, they're a whole nother goddamn person. They did good for 4 days. That they don't know what to do. Number two, I'm gonna start Monday. You know how many goddamn Mondays done passed you ain't goddamn started yet? I'm gonna start on Monday. I'm gonna start on Monday. What Monday?
Yo, I hear this too much. Oh, I'm gonna start Monday. Man, it's so many Mondays that done passed. We don't want to hear that. 50 Mondays. You said that 50 Mondays ago. Hey, man, he on point. And he's just on number 2. He got 3 more to go. Let's go.
On Monday in January next year.
Come on.
Monday, I don't eat meat. I'm gonna stop doing this and I'm gonna stop doing. You know what it is. It ain't the meat. They put something in the meat. No, you put something to go with that goddamn meat in your mouth that you don't supposed to be putting in your mouth. Control that hand to mouth. Control hand.
Listen, this is so funny to me because everybody that want to lose weight and they come to me, right? Because if y'all don't know, and most of y'all do know because y'all rock with your boy, I'm mostly plant-based. So yes, I don't indulge in the meat, right? Pause. But everybody be like, hey man, I feel like, man, if I switch to this vegan diet, you feel me, I'm gonna lose some weight. Just because you going on that diet does not mean you're gonna lose weight. Because let's be clear. French fries and beer are both vegan, but they also will get you fat. They will also get you out of shape. They good, but they get you out of shape and they vegan. So I don't want to hear anything about, oh, you just gonna go vegan. That means you're gonna lose weight. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. If you're gonna do it the right way. And that's the same thing if you eat meat. If you're gonna do that, do it the right way. Shout out to Steve Harvey. He's actually gonna break that down. We'll show that in the next video, but I'm gonna let him finish the cover and then we'll get to the next one.
Hand to mouth, mouth to hand. You ain't goddamn that active. I know you ain't active based on your body. You ain't that active.
Come on.
People that are busy are active. Don't want to do that. You lazy.
Woo!
You ain't busy. You're lazy.
That is a bar. Everybody that say they too busy to work out. No, you're not too busy. You just lazy. Everybody who's busy is active. Woo! Listen, for y'all to know me, and I know that y'all do, your boy stay busy on the go. What's going on there? What's going on, Kay? How you been? I'm on the go all the time, and the boy's active. Everybody I know that's on the go, we all active. So I don't want to hear anybody telling us, oh, I'm busy, but you out of shape. No, you ain't that damn busy. You're not busy at all. Don't confuse busy with lazy. That right there is a bar. I got to give my man his props on that one. I think he hit it on head. Shout out to All Around Fitness. You did your thing on that one. Let's finish it up.
Don't confuse busyness with laziness.
Come on.
But you eating out every weekend. You hookahing it out. You buying $60 hookahs in the goddamn club every weekend. You going to lunch. You got them going to brunch.
Come on.
You ain't got no money.
Woo! For y'all to say y'all want to work out, but y'all ain't got no money, y'all out here spending that money in the club. Y'all remember that show I did last week about the BBL zombies? Y'all out here throwing money on the BBL zombies, talking about some you ain't got no money to work out. Y'all got me effed up. Y'all out here spending y'all money out here at these brunches, but y'all ain't doing no crunches. Y'all out here ain't got no money for the gym, but y'all want to spend money in the club and get it in. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
You eating up your paycheck every week.
Come on.
Just comment the word pack.
Shout out to my man, All Around Fitness, man. I think he broke that down beautifully. So going back to the article of what she was saying about having the idea that it's not exercise, that you want to be able to do the things in your everyday life. Again, it goes back to you doing and not being lazy. Okay. Having the right mindset. You're not that busy. So busy people are staying active. So always do something active every single time. Every single time. Man, we killing y'all tonight, man. Look, let me know if y'all like this type of content, man. I'm telling you, I'm gonna show the video about Steve Harvey when he talks about eating meat. But I wanted to finish up the article because she also stated that some of the literatures, she says that some women feel guilty when they take time for themselves and they don't know if that's actually changing them. Brunches, no crunches. You dig? She said, hey, I love a good brunch though. You feel me? And she says that she doesn't like, well, what they say is they don't like going into a community doing research and telling people what they should be doing. And she likes, or she finds it hard that they would engage within that same manner. She also wants healthcare workers and nutritionists to become aware that racial identity can be a factor in unhealthy behavior. She quotes, we have to keep in mind that culture and race identity are as important as age and gender in finding motivation that does work. Well, listen, your boy Cobe Roz and Roz, we got you. We got you because we understand that there are some racially sensitive interventions when it comes to working out. And I got you. I'm with you all the way. So what I would say is to encourage all of us to work out together. Black men, go to the gym, get your fellas, get your guys. I know how y'all boys like to go play ball back in the day. Go on back in the gym and get shape, and just so you can get back on top. So we want to use motivation that works. I'll talk to my homeboys like, listen, man, you getting that weight. You want to come in this gym? You say you want to look good? Well, let's go. Let's go work out together. Ladies, I want y'all to go to the gym and encourage your women to go to the gym with you. So that way we can have people that are engaging like us and can have fun together, because I think that we can grow into a community. I've met so many people working out in the gym. Like, it's crazy. I've met friends working out in the gym. Everything that I know or people that I've connected with, most of the time I found out from years of working out in the gym, and I've built a great community around it. I have a lot of people that tap in with me, and it's great. And this is on both sides. This is both women and men. So let's encourage each other as a whole to stay on top of our goal, to go into the gym, to eat right. And I'm not saying to have a perfect diet. I don't think there's a perfect diet. I think the perfect diet is a diet that you can sustain. And mostly what I found out that works is a mostly whole food diet. Hence my Roz and Roz food pyramid, Roz and Roz Academy food pyramid. Most of it is alkaline veggies, alkaline grains. Next is whole foods, fruits, and whole food snacks. The smallest portion on your plate is the clean meats and other additives. And what I mean by clean meats, the size portion counts. Palm size. That's your 6 ounces. They get you the good amount of protein for the ones that do eat meat. Clean meat like fish. 1 ingredient meats, not this preservatives, not these additives, none of these steroids in the chicken, hormones and all that, because that does have a role in our health. It truly, truly does. So again, I want to just encourage you guys because as you can see, it's a real thing in our community. I want better for my people, and I don't want us to get caught up in the mindset of, well, I look good, so I don't need to go to the gym. Listen, even your outsides can look good, but if your insides is hurting, I can't agree with it. I want your insides organ-wise to be clean, and I want your outer portion to be a reflection of what's going on inside. I want the outer portion to be a reflection of what's going on inside. And most of the time it does show. Most of y'all that don't eat healthy, like internally, it actually shows on the outside. So I want you guys to be self-aware and honest with yourself to say, listen, I'm not happy with the way I look. I do want to make some changes. I understand it's going to take a while, but I'm willing to put in the work and be consistent and do my best. Because let's say if your goal is 30 pounds lost, and let's say the first 3 months, you might have only lost 4 pounds. I think that's a success. I don't think that you should get discouraged. So that's why I always say get a community of people and friends that support you. Because based on the article, that's one thing that some of the ladies felt like they did not have was a good support system. So let's get us a good support system so we can engage with each other, call each other out, hold each other accountable, and promote great health. And so you don't have to look at it like a race thing. Now we can look at it as, I want to have the stigma of saying, instead of saying black people don't go to the gym, let's change it to where it's all you see is black people go to the gym. Every time you go to the gym, you see a row of black chicks running on a treadmill. Every time you go to the gym, you just see a row of dudes, lifting weights and getting in shape and having a great time. And a lot of that has to do with the community, and a lot of it has to do with the culture. We really need to push healthy eating in our culture. There should be no reason that this man is 500 pounds on stage in an oxygen tank. I think he needs to have actual help. Leave the rap for a second, go get healthy, come back and and show the community that this is what we promote. I don't want us to become the culture that accepts a lower grade of ourselves anymore. I think Soul Food was a great, great movie, and it showed how soul food it showed the culture in us, really, because even though soul food was what we was raised on, a lot of that was really unhealthy. And in the movie, Big Mama did pass away due to the food that she ate. But as black people, when somebody die, what we do, we always get together and celebrate. But what we do, we eat the same food that killed Big Mama, right? And I say that story a lot because I think that it's important, because this is proving my point by saying that the culture is part of the issue of why we are the way that we are and why we think the way that we think. When we can sit up here and have the nerve to say, well, we shouldn't care about the scale as long as I look good, and it's completely out of line. Just because you want to look like this, you can look like this if you work out. I do not recommend anybody or any lady getting over 200 pounds at all. Just to look like this. You can look like that without being 200 pounds. Let's be clear about that. If you're going for the look, you can tell that there's more muscle there than it is fat. Now, she looks great. But again, genetics play a role. Not every chick can be 200 pounds and look like that. Not everyone. You're going to have to work for that. But here's the beautiful part. The beautiful part about this, you can look like that and not be 200 pounds. If you could look like that and not be 200 pounds, I don't think the scale would matter anyway. But it does matter on the BMI scale. But my point is this. If you're going to not worry about the scale, go for lower body fat percentage, which means you're going to have to strength train. You're going to have to lift weights. You're going to have to do cardio. You're going to have to be consistent and work out in the gym daily. This chick right there works out daily, bruh. And even if she doesn't, let's be honest, genetics play a big role in the way that she looks, but she works hard for it. I want you guys to work hard for it, because then you'll do what you can to keep it, because you know how hard it is to get it when you lose it. So go ahead and start today. Don't be like that guy when he was talking about, oh, be the Monday person. No, don't start Monday. Start today. Start ASAP. Go outside, take a run, enroll in the gym. Even if you don't have a gym, if you have some weights that you can go lift some weights, strength train, progressive overload. I actually recommend going to get a personal trainer because you don't want to waste time. A lot of people try to save money, talking about they ain't got no money. No, y'all got money. Y'all got bread because y'all spending that joint. Especially black people, we spend the most money in this country to not have a lot of money. Let me say it again. As black people, we spend the most money in this country than any other race, but we don't even have as much money. So that tells me y'all got bread, but y'all spending it in the wrong places. So take that money and spend it on yourself. Invest in yourself. So I'm gonna give you an example. I learned that in order for me to become in tip-top shape, I'm gonna have to invest in myself. Meaning this, I went and invested my money in proper foods. What did I do? I changed my diet to a mostly plant-based diet. So I had to spend money on clean foods. But what I did was I got an investment back. So I spent an investment to give me a long-term gain of good, clean, healthy organs and a better lifestyle. Because when I'm able to be more fit, I'm able to come to work in a much happier mentality. I can actually outwork a lot of people because I'm more fit than them. Let's be clear about that. But I had to make my initial investment first to get it back. So if y'all like money and if y'all like business, y'all know how business works. Put that bread up to get a whole bunch of cash flow in. Take that money and invest it back in the business so you can grow. Take that money that y'all spending, and instead of spending it on brunches, and I know I'm being funny, I'm picking on people with the brunches, but stop spending on brunches. Take that bread and put that money towards a trainer in a gym that will get you. Well, I'm gonna speak to ladies right here to give y'all the body that y'all say y'all want. So if y'all want to look like this, invest in a gym, invest in a personal trainer. That way you can get the right nutrition. That way you can get the proper mentality. You can have the right mindset and bring that information back to the community to promote this into our community as a whole. So now we can start to grow and be a better community, better off. I would love to see more black people to be in the gym, meaning work out. I don't necessarily care for you to be in a specific gym. It doesn't necessarily matter as long as you're being intentional to work out for the health benefits. And the look always is the result of your health. So if you're eating right, you're lifting the proper weights for strength training, the results always going to show anyway. What's going on, Tiff? What's going on with you? So I want everybody to really take that into consideration because I want to see better for us. All right. And that's the summary of the goal. Why don't black people work out? The main thing is because of our mentality. Our culture holds us back and our food holds us back. We pick on people that eat the right foods. We pick on people that do good. Hell, we pick on people for going to college. Yo, smart MF. Like, come on. Like, come on now. We got to do better as a whole, just in general. So we don't work out because we shun working out. We don't want to sweat our edges out. We don't want to do the hard work. We want to take a pill just to look good instead of working out. That's why we don't work out. Now, the counterbalance to that, we got to change our community. Promote working out, promote going to the gym, support each other. Let's go to the gym with each other. Let's invest in ourselves, invest in a trainer, invest in a nutritionist, invest in, meaning take money away from what you're spending that is causing you to have a big back and put that money in towards reversing that. So we can all promote a better and healthy lifestyle. What's going on? What's going on, Kenny? What's popping, bro? That is how you counterbalance it. And having a community of people come to Rise and Rise Academy, you're always welcome. We always promote healthy mentalities here, as well as healthy gym advice. We always do that. And if you guys don't know anything about working out, this is why we're here, y'all. This is exactly why we're here, because we can help you guys. I'm gonna share a video real quick. This is what my homeboy sent me, and we were talking about this before the show started, but it's talking about the perspective of deadlifts and power cleans. And so these are for people who are like saying, listen, I heard what you said, Kobe. I'm down for it. What's going on, Katrina? What's popping? I'm hearing you, Kobe. I'm ready to go to the gym. I'm looking up videos and I see something about deadlifts and power cleans. What do you know about power cleans? What can you do, right? I'm gonna share a video real quick about this guy. He's talking about it right now. So let me know if you guys can hear it in the comment section, and I'm gonna give what I believe about what he's saying. All right, let's play the clip.
Don't like deadlifts.
No, what are you doing it for? Think about it. It's a stupid movement. What are you doing? You gonna pick somebody off the ground? What does it help? Your lower back? Why do you need your lower back strong?
Your legs, right?
Beg your pardon?
Your legs?
What about your legs?
It's supposed to strengthen your legs?
No, it doesn't strengthen your legs.
No.
Think about it. You bending down. What they say it strengthens your hamstrings.
You don't do any deadlifts, like no single deadlifts.
No, good Lord.
Really?
What?
That's the worst thing you could do.
Really?
Think about it. We're from Earth. Think about it.
No.
So you grabbing weight,
Uh-huh.
picking it up as much as you can sometimes.
Yeah.
The risk outweighs the reward. You pull.
Now, this guy, if y'all don't know him, this is Mr. 2 times universe. Okay. He is, he lifts weights. He's a coach and all this stuff. And he's talking about how he does not do deadlifts. Now, I know people. Shout out to my dog Trey, man. What's going on? Shout out to Bryce. Says, I'm glad you're speaking about this video. Yo, I told you we're gonna have to speak about this. So, for y'all that do not know, this guy does not do deadlifts. He said there's more risk than it is reward. I'm about to break it down from my opinion. Now, I believe the only reason why, well, let me give you two perspectives. On one perspective, if you're doing deadlifts just to do them, then he's right. There is more risk than it is reward. Why? Because you don't know the purpose of a deadlift anyway. It is going to be more risk than reward because you don't have proper form. You don't have intention on why you're doing deadlifts and why you're doing it and the proper way to do deadlifts. Bodybuilders don't necessarily, now bodybuilders look great, but I guarantee you most of them don't deadlift and they don't have to because they look for a specific look. Your lower back is what they say deadlift works out. I'm going to give my take on it later. So let's just say they're right. It works your lower back. Bodybuilders only work your lower back just to have the Christmas tree look. Do you need deadlift for that? You actually don't. Doing deadlifts actually may not be the best thing for you because it may get rid of the Christmas tree look. It gets rid of the Christmas tree look, and that can go against you whenever you're doing a bodybuilding show. So does a bodybuilder need to do deadlift? Not necessarily. Now, here's the other perspective. If you're doing deadlifts to activate the lats is this part of your back right here. It's the big part. And if you're activating your glutes, meaning get down deep, sit back into the deadlift and stand up and thrust like a hip thrust, now you're working your posterior chain. And you're also embracing your core. This is going to make your core stronger if you're going to do deadlifts. And with that perspective in play, can this benefit you? There's actually a lot of reward to the risk now. So my point is, if you're going to do deadlift does make you stronger if you do it with the proper form. Can it hurt you? Yes, without proper form and without proper technique, and if you don't have a purpose for it. If you're trying to get stronger, I do recommend deadlift because it does make your overall strength go up. If you're working your posterior chain and your core, having a strong core makes you a stronger lifter. If you're going to powerlifting, deadlift is one of the things that they count as far as competition. So in order for you to have a great or better advantage in competing, deadlift is a good thing to do. Now, those are two different perspectives he may disagree on, but there's other people that do agree with me. And even look at the comments. The lack of general knowledge on deadlifting and posterior chain development, along with bracing, is embarrassing. If you're a coach and agree with this, get out of the profession and please leave. You're just in the way of real coaches. Now, this is why my point is you're always going to hear people argue back and forth. And again, do you need to do deadlifts? You don't need to, depending on what you're trying to achieve. Now, I personally actually like power clean if you're looking for power. Power does help you lift and make you stronger. What up to my homeboy Kales, man? What up going on, bro? What's going on? And power clean is a good workout to do as well. It's a good hit because it bumps up your cardio, it spikes your heart rate, it increases your muscle and increases stamina if you work out in a specific way. I'm gonna give you an example. If you're doing a race to have power cleans, let's say if you're doing a race to get to 20 reps as fast as you can, now you turn it into a cardio workout. See what I'm saying? But you also turn it into a muscle building workout because power clean works on everything. Power clean works on glutes. It also works your shoulders. It works your core and it works your back. Now you can do the whole thing, which is a power clean, into a press. Now you're working your shoulders. Now you're working your arms and your upper body. Now it becomes a full body workout. You can go for strength with this too. And what that means is if you're going to go for strength, you're going to have to work the mechanics as well. So if you're going to do a proper power clean, you want to work on front squats. You're going to work on deadlift. You're going to work on snatches. You're also going to work on presses. You're going to have to work on shoulder stability. Why? Because when you're pressing up, you want to be able to press heavy weight for as high as you can. And in order for you to do that, you need to have mobile shoulders. You need to have good shoulder stability because you need to be able to hold the weight up as high as you can with that shoulder locked in place so you're not hurting yourself. Do you understand how I break it down so you can understand what I'm saying? That's more benefit because you're working more muscle groups to have a benefit toward your success versus just doing something just to do it. Because if you're doing something just to do it without the mechanics, now there's more risk than it is reward. And then what he's saying would now be correct. So, Jabari, thank you for sending me that video. That's my opinion about it because deadlift to me was the best thing that I've done because that's how I was able to get way stronger. I mean, out the park stronger. But I had to learn the mechanics, though. I had to learn that you had to warm the lats up. You want to roll your shoulders back, align your spine, thrust up using your glutes and your legs. Now you turn it into a posterior chain workout, embracing your core. That turns into a full body workout to increase your strength. You want to tap the central nervous system to increase your strength. Resting well, coming back, doing it again. All those things increase your strength, which is giving you a lot more reward now for the risk. So you wanted my take? That's my take on it. But again, going back to the topic. So for black people who's interested in lifting, listening to stuff like this is going to be helpful because this is what's going to help you now be okay with going to the gym. Now you can say, okay, when I go to the gym, at least I have a feeling of knowing what I'm doing and I'm actually working in the proper way. You dig? So we're going to get up out of here. I appreciate y'all for pulling up to me on the live. This was a great topic. I don't know if y'all knew that this is going to go like this, but we just got to do better overall. And black people, I don't want to see nothing about why don't black people work out. We know why we don't work out. Let's change it up, switch it up for the better. Now we can come back stronger. I want to see more black people in the gym for 2025. Ladies, black women, I want to see y'all in the gym. I don't care about y'all sweating y'all edges out. You should, well, I ain't gonna say it. Get your ass in the gym. Black men, I don't want to see y'all 500 pounds on stage trying to rap. Talking about something. Everybody get up, but you ain't up. You need to get yourself up and get active. I don't want to see y'all on no oxygen tanks. That young, listen, I don't know if y'all knew, I don't know that guy, but y'all don't even know how old Dave Blunt is. This man is on an oxygen tank at what, 500 pounds? He is a young rapper. He's in his 20s, y'all. How are you in your 20s on oxygen tank? I want to see better for us. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, it happens in our community. I get it, but we can now make a change. Let's make a change for real. For 2025, less on oxygen tanks, more on the treadmill. Less on oxygen tanks, more with lifting weights. Let's get our butts in the gym. Let's eat healthier because I think it's a balance. For 2025, let's get right. Holiday season's coming up. New Year's coming up. I want to see a big change in our community. I think we're leading toward a big change. I see it in the city of Charlotte. I see it in North Carolina. I see it within my peoples that's across the nation. So I want to extend that out to the rest of y'all to challenge y'all to do better. Shout out to Science. That's good stuff. What's going on? Hey, listen, it's always going to be good stuff. Every single Wednesday, we doing amazing stuff over here. We're talking about everything fitness. We're talking about the community. You know, we want to see better for our people in general. So as y'all know, the exit goes when we're faced with an obstacle. Man, you already know what we do, y'all. We rise. We rise. Let's go.